yards of cushion. What you need to do, I think these guys got to be a little tighter and count on these safeties to give you some deep help, especially Seahawks continuing to go with this quick pass, the quick out, or right here, just a quick hit. You got to expect those safeties to give those corners some help.
On second down and 1, Meyer with the play fake, takes it himself, has the first down, and much more. Out of bounds on the 11. 17-yard gain for Meyer.
One of the things the Eagles have been doing well all season is they're number 1 in the NFC in sacks. They get some good pressure here on the quarterback, but Rick Meyer, with his athletic ability, pulls it down. He sees that right side of the football field wide open with Chris Warren out in front of him, putting a little block on Gabea there. He looks like maybe a little bit of Chris Warren in his genes there.
Well, not quite.
Well, okay, I got a little excited there.
Although he did run for 17 yards. And this is Chris Warren, who does not look like Rick Meyer on that one.
No, not at all. Not at all. You know, it's amazing. We talked the 3 guys in the opening we felt would be a key for the Seattle football team is right there. You see the yardage, but Rick Meyer having off to an excellent start, 7 of 9, 68 yards. Warren, nice yardage as he's running the football. Galloway, you know, off to a good start.
Galloway with more combined yardage receiving and return-wise than the Eagles in the first quarter. Second down and 10 on the 11. Meyer out of the pocket with time. Takes a hit on the far side. So it will be third down and long. Meyer brought to the turf by Bill Romanowski.
We talked to Chris Warren again. He said one of the things that they wanted to do with him is get him out there in open space. And you could tell from the beginning that he was, Rick Meyer was looking right here, going in motion, going out to catch a pass, and Rick Meyer rolls that way. But if you see right here, Carlester Crumpler just standing around. He's coming out here. He said, hey, I'm open. But Rick Meyer doesn't want a chance throwing that football across the field to maybe make a mistake on that play. He just takes his loss and goes on.
Loss of 1. Romanowski credited with a sack. Here's Meyer, takes it himself once again. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rick Meyer.
A little Chris Warren on that one, maybe?
Certainly.
Well, it appeared right from the get-go that was a quarterback draw. And why not? Right here, you look at Ray Rhodes, who told us of his athletic ability. And right here, uses it. Right here, we'll see. He just goes back to pass, and he quickly sees it open up on the left side there. Crumpler makes a nice block, and then he just gets away from Greg Jackson to score, to get those last 3 yards on his own. But right from the beginning, quarterback draw, 12-yard run.
Meyer's 4th career rushing touchdown. Todd Peterson on the extra point. And the Seahawks out to a 14-0 lead on the Eagles early in this second quarter. What a drive for Meyer. Runs of 17 and 12 yards. This, the touchdown. From the Kingdome in Seattle, Kenny Albert, Anthony Munoz. And that is Rick Meyer. 2 carries, 29 yards. On that scoring drive, Seahawks ahead 14-0. Witherspoon for the Eagles from the 9. Brought down at the 25. 2 flags on the play. 16 yards on the return. This officiating crew, Anthony, worked the Thanksgiving Day game between Kansas City and Dallas. Quite an honor to work the nationally televised Thanksgiving Day game down in Irving, Texas.
That says that you're doing an excellent job when you get those big games. This crew, you know, and that's one of the things you look forward to as an officiating crew. Get the big games, national televised. You wait till the end of the season. Hopefully you get the playoff games and eventually the Super Bowl.
The discussion continues. 2 penalty flags during the return by Witherspoon.
We have 2 fouls on the play. We have an illegal block, number 81 of the kicking team. We have holding. Number 88 of the receiving team. Both fouls occurred during the run back. They'll be offset at the spot of the receiving team's foul, which is at the dead ball spot. 1st and 10 from the 25.
Purpose for a draw is you want to let the pass rush develop, either a draw to the running back or a quarterback draw. Right here, you let and what happens is it opens up right here, so as soon as he gets here, he wants to find that crease.
On 1st down, Ricky Waters is swallowed by the Seahawks defense.
And we'll finish this thought on the draw here. When the team is rushing the passer hard, you let the defensive lineman go. The offensive lineman take it right here. If we can just freeze it, you see that opening, and of course you need blocks downfield. Carlester Crumpler gets one there, and then as a runner, you make something happen. And right there, he breaks the tackle from Greg Jackson, takes it in for a touchdown.
2nd down and 9. Eagles go with 2 tight ends. Pete, Waters. And Waters has the 1st down out to the 37-yard line. And then has some words with Robert Blackman. Gain of 11. So Pete had completed only 1 of his previous 6. Goes to Waters out of the backfield.
I'm sure there wasn't any words there exchanged, huh? One of the things you want to do when you have a back like Ricky Waters is get him out of the backfield, match him up one-on-one with the linebacker. Of course, a running back like Waters is going to have more speed, so it automatically creates a mismatch, and you have it right there for the 1st down.
Ricky Waters once again. Ricky hates to talk on the football field, right?
Yeah, I could tell by the way that he was talking last night that he hates to talk, and I made a mistake there. I said for a 1st down, and it was. But, yeah, you can tell just the personality that he has, and I don't know if that's something about the Notre Dame football players, because I've had a chance to talk to Jerome Bettis. We've seen him, and the same thing. They just kind of overflow with charisma and personality.
Waters with only 6 yards on the ground on 5 carries. Pete rolling right. The tight end, Jimmy Johnson. He was down. Carlton Gray picked up the football, but Johnson was ruled down. Tackled by Winston Moss.
Another nice call by the offensive staff, John Gruden. Right here you see the tight end, a nice fake to the left. It's just a little bootleg. Tight end Jimmy Johnson fakes the block, then he just comes out because he knows Rodney Pete's going to be rolling that way, and he really doesn't have a blocker in front of him, and you got to get rid of it quickly.
Johnson's 6th catch of the season. 3rd down and 5. Pete airs it out. Has the receiver and the 1st down. It's Rob Carpenter. The former New York Jet spent 3 years with the Jets. 29-yard gain from Pete to Carpenter.
Really what happened on that play and made it possible, the coverage wasn't that bad. As it starts out right here, not bad protection. He's going back a little deeper with this drop. You see Davis taking Michael Sinclair around the corner, which allows Pete to throw it up. But here you see at the end, Rob Carpenter waits the last second before he goes to the football, and the secondary man is looking for that, and they cannot make the defensive play.
On 1st down, Waters turns the corner down to the 23-yard line. Ricky Waters, a teammate for 2 years at Notre Dame with Seahawks quarterback Rick Meyer.
And you better believe, we talked about the running back situation, and Rick Meyer is off to a good start. He wants to be the former Irish that wants to have the great game today, not his former teammate.
And Ricky Waters has just set a new career high for rushing yards in one season, 1,018. Still 3.5 games to go. Waters had trouble. He bobbled the handoff and then cuts across the 20.
Almost looked like he was going to start to dribble that one on the carpet, but he did gain control of that, or regain control. I don't know which one that would be, because I don't think he'd really ever had the ball. But
first he regained, then he gained, then he regained.
And then he gained yardage.
Exactly. And Ricky Waters, we talked about his career high now for rushing yards in one season. He's carried the ball more times this season than in any of his years with the 49ers.
That was one of the things he expected to do when he came over to Philadelphia.
Here's Waters on 3rd and 1. Has the first down, upended by Corey Harris.
Again, we talked about Corey Harris. Right there, called on not to defend the pass, but come up and make a tackle. He does a good job. We'll take a look at number 30, Corey Harris. As right here you see Calvin Williams coming in motion, attempting to make a block. Guy McIntyre has been known to pull out and block a few defensive players in his time.
First down from the Seahawks 16. Pete will go to the air. Fred Barnett could not hold on. Well, Anthony, you mentioned Guy McIntyre, the 5-time Pro Bowl left guard. Longtime San Francisco 49er when Ricky Waters held his post-game press conference last week after he went over the 1,000-yard mark against Washington. He wanted McIntyre to come into the press conference with him in recognition of his blocking, and McIntyre said, "What for?" Here's a guy who does not want the recognition, just goes out, does the job year after year.
Timeout.
Played on 3 Super Bowl teams, 5 Pro Bowl squads. And the Seahawks now call timeout with 8:17 to go in this second quarter from the Kingdome. Seattle leading 14-0. McIntyre, the man he is going up against this afternoon, the 4-time Pro Bowler, Cortez Kennedy.
And that's something rare. You say the man he's going up against. Usually there's a couple men that he's going up against, as he's been double teamed ever since he established himself as a Pro Bowl player.
Here's Waters running left side this time. Taken down by the combination of Terry Wooden and Dean Wells. 6 yards on the play. Well, Cortez Kennedy told us that last week's loss to the Jets was the most disappointing loss. It hurt more than any other game in his National Football League career. Looking to get back on track as a team here today, and they lead by 2 touchdowns.
Well, they definitely come out with a different emotional level this week compared to last week when they turned the ball over early and got behind early. Offensively, they've looked pretty good here.
3rd down and 4. Fred Barnett pushes his way down to the 7. Flag on the play. Corey Harris on the coverage. He may be called for a late hit.
Well, either that or it might be pass interference on the offense. The defender was right there. You see one of them pointing, not here, but you saw the 2 guys in the end zone going back and forth, and the Seahawk player was signaling pass interference, and that's exactly what the official said.
Offensive pass interference. Number 89, 10 yards. Repeat, 3rd down.
Number 89, Calvin Williams, who right here you see him as the inside receiver. Corey Harris slides to the inside. Carlton Gray comes out on him. Fred Barnett takes it quickly to the outside. Right there, you see an arm around the face mask, but that wasn't the call. It happened in the end zone between Calvin Williams. And one of the, right here you see, as Calvin Williams and Carlton Gray, you don't see it there. It probably happened earlier than that.
So that leads to a 3rd down and 14. Ball spotted on the 20. Ray Rhodes, leading candidate for Coach of the Year. This club lost their final 7 games during the '94 season. Started out 1-3, but they have won 7 of their last 8. 5-1 against the NFC East. Coming off victories over Denver, the New York Giants, and the Washington Redskins consecutively. Flag on the play as Pete looks to Barnett in the end zone, but there was motion at the snap.
Well, I believe Michael Sinclair, number 70, came across the line of scrimmage. We'll wait and see if he was drawn off. But if he wasn't drawn off and he was offside, so the Eagles had a free play and they continued with it.
Number 70, left defensive end. 5 yards. Repeat, 3rd down.
Kenny, let's go back to that pass interference play. Let's see if we can see what happens. This is Williams here on the outside. He takes Carlton Gray into the end zone. You really don't see a whole lot there, but he was called for it. I was trying to look and see if maybe that inside arm kind of pushed off. It didn't appear that happened.
3rd and 9.